And before we get to our next story, we do want to warn our viewers there may be some video and some audio that might be difficult to listen to.
Yeah, the family of a Valley man shot and killed by Mesa police officers is now suing the city, claiming the actions of those officers were excessive.
12 News journalist Sean Rice obtained body camera video from the night of the shooting and explains why 30 officers' actions are now under the microscope. Sean?
Yeah, Rachel and Caribe, nearly 1 year ago, 28-year-old Sean Gagne was shot several times by 8 different Mesa police officers while he was inside his apartment. Mesa police maintain Gagne was an immediate threat to their officers, but a new federal lawsuit calls that into question.
My neighbor threatened to blow my brains out.
It's the call a neighbor made to Mesa police on the night of July 6th, 2023. She lived next to Sean Gagne at the Glen Mesa apartment complex.
To guarantee your safety, you need to come out, nothing in your hands.
Mesa police responded, trying to get Gagne out of his apartment. Court records say Gagne was, quote, heavily intoxicated after drinking a half-gallon of vodka off and on throughout the day. Several rounds of beanbags were shot into Gagne's apartment, trying to get him to come out. Mesa police say Gagne was armed with multiple rifles and was making threats to the responding officers. This federal lawsuit filed by Gagne's family says multiple snipers were aiming rifle lasers through the windows of his apartment. They allege Gagne didn't fire his gun at officers before one of those snipers, Officer Sean Freeman, opened fire. Gagne was hit in the face. The lawsuit alleges he, quote, raised both of his hands in the air and slowly walked towards the stairway landing of his apartment. As he approached, the lawsuit claims over a half dozen more officers fired en masse at Gagne. The Gagne family attorney issued a statement to 12 News for the purpose of correcting what they say is misinformation about the shooting. He says Gagne was, quote, repeatedly tased after being shot multiple times while laying lifeless on the ground of his apartment, before officers then dragged his body down the steps of his apartment, then declaring him dead on scene. He alleges the 30 officers on scene violated Gagne's civil rights, were reckless in their actions, and used gross negligence by shooting and killing him. The officers' actions were cleared of any criminal wrongdoing in March 2024 after an investigation by the Maricopa County Attorney's Office. In a statement to 12 News, Mesa police say there was no evidence Gagne was surrendering to them, and they also deemed him a threat to their officers on scene. This lawsuit asks for a jury to find Mesa police liable for damages to be paid to Gagne's family. Caribe.
All right, Sean, thank you.